Hi, I'm Gary Leffew. The intro you just seen was taken from a Best Rex tape where I found the majority of the rides on there were caused by the move we're going to be talking about today. As always in my schools, the cure to any problem is find the guy that does it right and copy him.
Okay, we're going to start out with a guy that's had a lot of success riding bulls, but he's got one move that has always caused him to fall short of the mark, and we're going to take a look at that today because it has cost him a ton of money and a lot of heartache that falling short of the mark brings. As we start out here, you see that he makes a good move, sets his hips good, and makes a good move out over the front end here. Now, bear in mind this bull, we're going to look at this bull again with Ty Murray on him, and we'll see the different move, compare the moves that Ty Murray makes on him as compared to Myron Duarte. Myron starts out real good. He's in good position in that first jump, but he does what we call drop in and then move out. It's of the ways to ride bulls away from your hand, it's the lowest percentage. It goes into that old lift and reach. As he's pulling back on that right arm and reaching with his left, that keeps you behind the rope back into the house of pain, and it pushes that right leg back and drops you in the well. Then you got to try to work your way out of there. He successfully gets out of there one jump, but then pulling that arm back again drops him down in there. And if the bull's got any movement away from you, they're going to just drop you down in there and leave you in there, which is exactly what he does. And there again falls a little short of the mark on that bull. Here he is on another bull, making good moves around that corner, moves up, got good daylight under his pockets right there, sets his hips. Now, what you want to do is you want to come with that right shoulder, your riding arm shoulder, because that's going to put you up on your legs. But if you drop it back, it's going to slide you back into the house of pain, and we know what happens back there if you've watched the other webcast. Nothing good happens in the house of pain. It slips you out of there, and they're pulling on your right arm and hitting you right in the butt as they kick, and it just doesn't work. Here he goes again on another great bull, sets his hips. Now you want to drive that right shoulder and ride the momentum of that kick up over that front end. But here again, he's reaching with that left arm, pulling with the right, and that formula just doesn't work. Time and again, we see riders slide back into the house of pain, and then that jerk and that drop just leaves you a little short. Okay, if we got a problem, then the best way to solve it is find the best cowboy there is and watch him, see what it is that he's doing, and then compare it with the guy that's having the problem. In this case, we're going to take Ty Murray, greatest cowboy to ever pull on a pair of Wranglers and a two-time world champion bull rider himself. So when we watch Ty, you're going to watch just a technique that's just about as good as it gets. This ride, same bull that Myron was on earlier that got dropped in the well. And one of the things, the way Ty is going to use his riding arm as a driving device instead of a pulling device, is going to keep him up over that front end. And it also takes you as the bull fades. Right here, as he moves up off of that kick, you see how his hips move up in front of that rope. You see the daylight under his hips. But you don't want to fall in love with that area. You want to get them hips down. More buck-offs happen on the way down than they do up. So you want to keep them hips right on that rope on the way down. As you come off that kick, instead of reaching with your free hand, you want to drive with your riding arm shoulder. That gets you off your butt, gets you moving forward, and then you got plenty of time to catch up with your free hand. But also that riding arm creates a barrier where your body cannot go to the outside. It pushes you to the center and holds you there. Then you want to square up. You want to pull that riding arm back, lift on it, and get them hips down. Don't let 1 ounce of daylight get between you and that rope on the way down, because that's where problems happen. You want to ride back to the front end while you got some kick. The kick gives you inertia to drive back up there. It's just like riding a roller coaster downhill, and then the inertia carries you up and over the top. The power of the kick and the timing of everything is important. As you come off that kick and you drive forward, watch how far it takes him out in front of that rope. As he lowers that belly and moves out there, you see his hand maybe 3 or 4 inches behind his butt there, chest out, arm up above his back, and then he wants to come right back up and keep them hips right against that hand on the way down. If you stay out there, you get what we call lifted up. But he executes it perfectly here, and then just keeps the timing. Straight forward, set the hips, straight forward, set the hips, straight forward. Do not get out of your zone. Do not move left, do not move right. Guys that start widening that zone get in the problem. But Ty is definitely never has had a problem with that. This is one of the best riders that ever lived, and even his get off, he's an ex-gymnast, so he executes a perfect dismount.
Our next webcast is going to be about a guy who's been banging around for a long time,